What do you think?
I think you look great, really. I think you look fresh. I think you look smart. Very suave. Suave is the word. Are you actually going to keep it like that the whole video?
No.
I mean, it looks like you're going through some kind of crisis.
Quarter-life crisis.
You look like a 1950s.
Marketing man.
Yeah.
Do you know a man who needs Listerine?
Alright, my friends, welcome back to my channel. Today, we are going to be, I'm going to be answering some things that you might want to know. You know, a couple of rumours that have been going around. Today, we're going to clear all of that up. Mario's going to be the quiz master today. Some of the questions are directed at you. How do you want to deal with that?
I'll probably just avoid them.
Okay. Remember that if you like this video, give me a big thumbs up, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any more videos.
Any more goss.
Any more goss. Right, Mario.
Ready?
Take these juicy questions away.
Righty-ho. Right, let's start with the important one.
Right.
Let us see a cute baby picture of Mario.
Oh, which one should I show them? I don't know if you look cute or you look like, you kind of look like a boss.
Which one?
The one with you and RJ in the pushchair. Mario was so cute. The thing is, there are some kids that look nothing like they did when they're like, from child to adult, they look nothing alike. But Mario just looks like a baby Mario.
What is your biggest, you can only pick one,
Right.
piece of relationship advice?
Oh, there's
Don't
quite...
do it would be mine. Don't do it.
I would say being upfront from the very beginning.
Is it like how you farted in front of me in the first date?
No.
That was quite upfront though.
We had a deep chat on the bus, on a double-decker bus, and we were like, okay, let's just put it all out in the open, like, who have you dated?
A psycho.
But I don't know if that's just me because I have a massive guilt conscience, so I just felt like I needed to just confess. Yeah, because otherwise, like, the longer you leave it, the worse it gets. And then you're like, well, obviously I can't tell him. We've been together for like...
So no, be honest.
Yeah, so be honest, let it all out, like, early on. And if that one doesn't apply to you, then I'd just say communication. What would your biggest piece of advice be?
My advice would be, don't try and always be right.
You saying that because of me?
That'd be my advice to anyone out there. No, but I think that actually is it. Like, some things are more important than being right.
Cool. I think that's really loud and clear, actually.
Cool. What is the achievements, we'll just do achievement, that you and Mario are most proud of from 2020?
I know
mine.
I know mine, because I usually write in my diary like all of the things I achieved in that year, and it was the top of my list, and it is the people that we signed for the new project that we're working on. So this is for the company that I'm currently working on, the one where I was in Dubai working on it, and I said that we needed to sign like really influential people. The influential people that we signed, like I'm really proud of us. Yeah.
Same answer, which is annoying because you can't really say all the details right now, but
Yeah.
it will make sense. What is your biggest dream? What would be your dream come true?
So my biggest dream is to have like a huge party with all of my
What are you
family.
talking about? Take a second and think. Is that really your answer?
I guess
You just want to have a big party. That's
I
your
guess I
biggest...
just miss them.
Outside of quarantine,
Yeah.
what is normally your biggest dream? Your real dream, not your lockdown dream of being around people again.
Sorry, I just got caught off guard there. My biggest dream that I'm working towards is having a scholarship program that puts like lots of kids through education that they would have never been able to go through. And that's kind of what we're working towards. So yeah, that would be my biggest dream.
So there's a lot of kids questions.
Oh, yeah. I feel like there's a lot of people having babies right now.
It's just lockdown, isn't it?
It's just, but for me, it's still like way too early. But I think one of the things that I would love to do is adopt eventually. I don't know, I've seen like some of my mum's friends adopted children, and it has its challenges, but it's a beautiful thing, and I would love to do that myself.
We saw this YouTube video where a little girl is talking about being adopted to her mum. We already kind of knew we wanted to adopt, but then we saw that video and we were like,
I cried, and it was a big cry.
And we was very excited to meet you and our daddy. When I saw you, my heart fell in love with you.
Your heart fell in love with me?
I did like a really like manly cry, you know. Are you still, right, there's been a lot of these, so I can't avoid them.
Right, go on. I think I know what it is.
Are you still with Gymshark?
Yeah, I knew this one was coming.
There's been I scrolled past a few of them, but...
Yeah, it would be rude to ignore, and I feel like I need to say. As of 2021, I left them. But I want to be really clear, like, I've been with Gymshark since... Natacha?
Start of 2018.
The start of 2018. And they've been really good to me. They spotted me really early, they believed in me, they invested in me. They took me on trips where I got to meet so many of you. In fact, the biggest meetups I've had have been at Gymshark pop-up stores. That's always been amazing. We've done incredible shoots, and yeah, I've had an amazing time with them, and they've also really listened to me. Like, they always took on board my feedback. I remember there was this one time where we were on a shoot and there were models that didn't have like an audience or anything, and I was talking to them about getting paid and they said that they weren't. Which actually really upset me, because I've been on shoots where I've just been completely taken advantage of, and it didn't sit right with me, and I brought it up with Gymshark and they took it really seriously. Like, I spoke to Ben about it, I spoke to Noel about it, and they changed their whole policy. And because Gymshark is such a new company, like, they're growing so quickly, accidents and mistakes can kind of happen, but they don't mean to happen. But they're really open, they always listen, and once they become aware of it, they really want to make that change, which I think is really admirable in a company. So they are a really great company. Like, I'll still wear their clothes, I always say good things about them, and I don't regret any of the time that I worked with them. So the reason that I left is, I feel like I need to give you guys a bit of context. Like, just for context, I am really fussy when it comes to brands, especially doing like a long-term partnership. Mario will tell you, I'm always saying no. I don't know, I have a certain vision of what health and fitness industry should look like. So for me to put my name to something, like, I have to really think about it and be like, okay, do we have the same vision? Does it actually work? Like, it has to feel authentic, because I'm a terrible liar. I cannot promote something if I don't believe in it. So my vision of what the fitness industry should be like is science-based. It should be sports science-based, it should be dietetics, which is nutrition science-based, like, it's based on research, it's not like an art form. And it should take into elements of psychology, which is also a science. So I feel like it should be really science-led. So over the last couple of years, like, I went to Gymshark a few times about something that was really bothering me, and that's that I was getting so many DMs and emails of people who'd been put on really low-calorie diets by other Gymshark-sponsored athletes, being told things that weren't scientifically backed by other Gymshark-sponsored athletes. And they were just being told things that just went completely against, like, the literature in sports science and in nutrition, and that could be really damaging to their health. And that really bothered me, and I brought it up several times, because, I mean, it bothers me anyway, but the fact that I'm then tied to this other athlete via Gymshark kind of puts me in the same bracket. I don't want to be part of the pseudoscience, the false promises, the bullshit that led me to be misled when I was younger. Like, it harmed my health, and that's something that I feel like I've always fought for, like, in my own content. So then being tied to, like, why am I getting emotional? So then being tied to people who are selling that stuff, and obviously, like, Gymshark is a company, like, it needs to grow, it acquires its athletes and in its own way, and that's completely fine, but I don't want to be a part of that. And it's not the majority of the people that they have signed, but the people that they do, who are, like, giving those false promises and just going off complete anecdote and nothing backed by literature, that's a problem for me, and I voiced it, and they know that that's the reason that I left, and that's basically the reason that I left. Like, it's not right for me, because in the end, like, we all get put under this kind of Gymshark athlete umbrella, and there are some great people with Gymshark who know the limits of their knowledge, who aren't trying to get anything from you, they're just trying to spread positivity, like, and that they know their stuff. It's not the majority of the Gymshark athletes, it's a portion of them, but for me, it still bothers me that we were still in that kind of same category, because that is just something that I don't stand for and I won't stand for. And I was being paid by Gymshark, but there's no amount of money that can just make me sit back and ignore it. Like it doesn't sit right with me. Like I said, I've got the biggest guilt conscience, but I can't do it. So
yeah.
yeah, they're still a great company. Like I'm not gonna give you guys drama about issues between me and Gymshark. Like I love everyone that's there. They really were like a family. Like when they say family, they mean it. But yeah, that's my reason for why I left Gymshark.
Have you ever set a fitness goal that you couldn't complete, and does it still haunt you?
Does the box split haunt me?
Nightly.
What is the definition of haunt? Because I go to sleep and it just goes round. It's like a
subconscious.
That is the one thing. Like I keep saying it. I've said it now for like literally years that I'm gonna do this box split, and I still can't do the box split. And I forgot. I still haven't been training for it either.
What do your parents think of their daughter being a YouTube sensation? What do your parents think of their daughter being an being an absolute online monster? That's what the question says.
The thing that I love about my parents is that nothing really like shocks them. Like nothing is really that impressive. So like when I was younger, I'd be like, Mom, I got like literally 100% in like my A levels, and my parents would be like, oh, okay. And when I got my PhD, they were like, what does it mean? Are you gonna get a job?
So you said, oh my God, I've just been accepted to my dream PhD, and they said, are you gonna get a job?
They are supportive. Like my mum will always she'll always watch my videos and then she'll send me a WhatsApp being like, I really like this part, I really like this part. So it's really cute. But I think what I love about them so much is like, they keep me really grounded. So like, they don't kind of like...
No one blows smoke up your ass.
Yeah, it's just how I've been brought up. I like it. I like that about them.
Do you ever get imposter syndrome?
I've had imposter syndrome literally since I was a child. When I went to university, I just felt like people knew more than me, and I was just like there, just tagging along, being like, oh, hi, yeah, I'm also studying. I just feel like I've always had it, even now doing
this Q&A.
Doing this Q&A.
Next to me.
No, it's just a feeling that I've just kind of gotten used to. I don't think it's ever something that will go away. I actually don't know if I want it to go away either, because it makes me push myself more. So yeah, I definitely have imposter syndrome. I am an imposter.
We'll do it real quick, just in case people are new. Right. So where and when did you and Mario meet?
University halls, 9 years ago. If you want a more detailed answer of how and when we met, then some of our past videos go into touch more deets.
And this is an announcement for the Lady Ocean. Please make your way back to the nearest recording outpost where we can continue with your questioning. Once again, Lady Ocean. Lady Ocean.
Are you actually a quarter Chinese and then one of them?
My granddad is fully Singaporean. Like, I've got a whole side of my family all living in Singapore. This is my Chinese name. Shen. I think that's how you pronounce it.
Nice.
That's how my uncle said it. And it means loyal and persistent, which is
very you.
Really accurate. I still really need to go to Singapore. It's on the cards.
How come you started YouTube back then? Were you not scared?
I don't really get scared. There's one thing about me where I just don't get embarrassed.
Yeah.
Like, I just don't get embarrassed.
I actually really like that about you, because you made me be more like that.
Yeah, I think it's because when I was younger, like, I swear my parents were trying to sabotage my rep at school, but I would have to go into school with like one of those wheelie carry-on bags. Everything about me was so uncool that I really just, from that point on, was just like, you know what, I just don't really care.
But you were the athlete, so I feel like you had that in your favour for being cool, and still you were uncool.
Yeah, that just gives you a taste of how uncool I was.
Is sex an important part of your health?
Definitely. I mean, you need to orgasm as well.
Why did that creep me out so much?
Is it the wink? Yeah, it's an important part of your health. I mean, I don't have the actual literature on me, but there is literature.
I've seen people who are quite well read saying that it's extremely important.
Yeah, Rini recommends it. Yeah, stay healthy.
Who is your favourite YouTuber?
We don't watch that much YouTube.
We don't, but there are 3. It's between 3.
Yeah. So Ennis, who does like really good house tours, Cody Coe, and Noel Miller.
And if you had to pick one?
Probs Noel. I just feel like he's really talented, he's really creative, and he's really original. And I love originality.
ASMR Ting Ting. I mean, given that she's put you to sleep every night for the last 2 years.
It's almost disrespectful that I've chosen Noel instead.
So those are the 4?
Yeah, those are the 4.
Do you have any insecurities? You seem completely happy, healthy, and confident.
I like all the time. One of my insecurities is like, it's very specific, but it's like for the Science Explained videos that I haven't covered my bases. Even though I know I have, and I've looked at like every possible angle that you could come from, I still get scared because someone might know something that I might have overlooked. And that hasn't happened yet, but that is one of my insecurities. And the other one is I get scared. I get insecure that I am not doing enough with the time that I have on this earth. That sounds really deep, but that's just how I feel.
Like not making the most out of time.
Yeah, like I'm not.
Time passing you by.
Yeah, time passing me by.
What is your cry snack?
My cry snack. I go through phases for like cry. I don't actually cry eat though. I just cry.
You just cry, yeah.
If I was snacking every time I cried, I would be a snack queen. I feel like I could cry now. Like my eyes are a bit watery.
Natacha is a soft soul. Okay, here's an important one.
Right.
I would say this is the most important one of the entire video.
Does it define the video?
Let me make sure I get it right.
Okay.
Do you guys listen to BTS other than Dynamite?
We are ARMY.
What are you currently using as contraception?
We just use condoms. I am the worst person at taking the pill. That kind of habitual pill taking, not for me.
You also had a bit of a blow up.
A titty blow up. A boob blow up. Yeah, the pill I was on, I couldn't find a pill that worked for me. Like when we started dating, I tried so many different pills and it just wasn't working for me. Like I would get...
It was working for me.
I think it's all about finding something that works for you. And for me, like all the other options were just too intimidating. Like the thing in the arm, I can't.
Is that an engagement ring on your finger?
This finger? No, the wrong hand. If you're seeing it on this finger, it's because these fingers are bloated and they just need a little bit of space to breathe. As if I would get engaged and not tell you guys as well. Come on. He wouldn't even know before you guys knew.
Will you be releasing your own activewear line?
No.
No, you have literally no interest in doing that, do you?
No.
What are your thoughts on being an entrepreneur versus having a traditional job?
I think it just depends who you are. Like for me, I wouldn't have it any other way. Like I'm also not that scared about risk. So I'm happy with having nothing. I'm not happy with having nothing, but I'm not like scared of it.
Yeah.
So that's something that I'm very comfortable with, and that's something that other people aren't, and that a traditional job can kind of protect you from. Yeah.
It gets overly glamorized.
Yeah.
Massively. And like having a fast car and an expensive house isn't being an entrepreneur. Being an entrepreneur is being in the trenches and like being entirely wrapped in your business, never letting a single problem be above you or beneath you. It's like living and breathing that company. Have you ever encountered bad or toxic trainers / coaches in your life?
I've had amazing coaches, but I've also had awful coaches. I don't know how to say this. One of them was highly manipulative and always made you feel bad for not training. He always made you feel like insecure, so he would like fat shame, and he would constantly call you if you couldn't make it to training, like forgetting that we were still doing our A-levels and stuff. Like he gave us like a really toxic relationship with fitness, like one where we were just always comparing ourselves, and we were on the same team, and it was just really uncomfortable. In the end, it made you like kind of resent the sport that you were doing, which is not what you want out of a coach. But yeah, we even had like an athletics coach that refused to train girls. Like he would just literally
Why?
It's just like his policy was that he wouldn't train girls. And if a girl would join his group, like, because they didn't have anywhere else to go, he would literally not even address them. Like, look them in the eye, talk to them, coach them, anything.
That's kind of just, that's not really being a toxic trainer. That's kind of just being an absolute
Asshole.
douchebag.
Yeah. Sometimes I would just join his group to piss him off. So I have had really toxic coaches. And I've also had great coaches. I guess I've seen both extremes. One quick thing that I do want to say though is if you have a coach or a trainer or even a teacher that makes you feel shit, like you dread training, like you're scared of them, that's a serious red flag. I would reconsider, because it should be coming from a good place, like someone that wants you to become better, not makes you feel like constantly shit. And it doesn't help you like grow as an athlete either. So yeah, I just wanted to say that. So I hope that answers some of the questions that you guys had. If you liked it, give me a big thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. Thank you to our wonderful Quizmaster General, all-knowing, legendary,
All asking,
legendary Mario. And we will see you guys. When Mario's got a couple more grey hairs on his head.
so tomorrow.
Love ya. Bye.
I've been Mario, and you've been a great audience.
One last question.
Okay.
Who is your favourite BTS member?
Yeah. He's just got the best, like, this is something about him.
There's just a little...
Yeah, he just feels the rhythm. It's like he's not even trying. That's what's amazing. Hit the subscribe, give us a thumbs up, and see you next time.